right, guys. Let's see if any of this resolved it. I think I might have found possibly what it was. So we're going to see. Going to hang out for a minute. Worst case, it's a test stream. How you guys been? I'm just it's much more stable. So let me see if what I did actually fixed it, and if it did, then I've got a separate issue I got to deal with. All right. Everything's looking smooth at the moment. So I don't know. I think this is going to be the solution to it, to be honest. This is a fucking never-ending fight. After the stream ended, I said, okay, I'm going to go boot the internet router. When I picked up the router, it's like picking up a hot fucking griddle. It's like really hot in my hand. So it's an Aris S33. So I Google it. And yeah, the Aris S33, which is one of the recommended internet routers, has started showing performance problems and getting dramatically hot to the point that it interferes with internet service. So my fucking modem is overheating, is what I'm thinking. So what I just did is I put it in a spot to cool it down. And as soon as it cooled down a little bit, all the drop pings stopped. The internet speed test is back up to being what it should be, and it's cruising along right now. So I don't know, guys. Put a fan on. Charles said that's exactly what they say, man. That's exactly what they said. Put it in front of a fan. No, we're going to send this piece of shit back is what we're going to do. I don't know, man. I don't know. So we're just hanging out in chat for a few minutes before I start jumping into the game and everything. I'm just letting the ping test coast. I'm letting the internet circuit just sit here and chug along for a few minutes and see if you guys say, hey, this looks like shit. Put a fan out while I'm getting new. And well, I think see, the Aris S33 is like an awkward shaped modem. So they have a wall mount for it. And you put it on your wall. So I bought the wall mount and I hung it on the office wall. Looks great sitting there in this little wall mount made specifically for it. Fucking overheating in the wall mount. I'm sorry I'm cussing. I'm just at my wit's end with this. All the issues with the streaming and Spectrum and the internet, and it's driving me bonkers. But anyway, so yeah, I took it out of its wall mount and I put it on top of the server cabinet and gave it a few minutes and it's cooled down. And lo and behold, at the same time, I switched everything back to Streamlabs, completely unrelated to the modem. And we're multi-streaming on Streamlabs. So Charles says, I never put a modem directly on a wall. This is the ARIS recommended wall mount. So this is the manufacturer saying you can wall mount the router, and here's the wall mount for it. So they're saying you can wall mount it. But even sitting on top of the cabinet, it's hot. It's just not as hot. So I think putting it in the wall mount and putting it right against the wall like that just pushed it over the edge. But yeah, that modem's going back. We're going to have to find one that does not overheat that bad. Oh my God. This is ridiculous. So how's your guys' evening going? Good, I hope. We had 32 people watching that ARK stream. 32 folks before the bottom fell out. Ba-ba-ba-ba-da-ba. All right, well, it's still chugging along, so we're going to fire up ARK and put a little bit of a load on it with a game. Mark said that sucks. They shouldn't sell it like that. Dude, I don't. I just look at Spectrum's approved hardware list and see which modem they recommend, and that's the modem they recommend. So I'm like, okay, I'll buy the one that they recommend so they don't give me any grief over it. The one that they recommend overheats. I don't know. All right, well, we're going to see. So far, everything looks okay. Look, yep. We'll see. ARIS S33, Charles. ARRIS. S is in Sam 33. On Charter Cable and Spectrum's approved hardware list. And I don't know if this is going to completely fix what happened tonight or not. So if the stream drops out on me again, guys, just know I'm not guaranteeing stuff is fixed. I'm hoping it's fixed. We'll see. What do? We build a dedicated cooling system for your modem. The thing is, the Satchel is, this is not an all-in-one. This is not a modem and a router. This is just the modem. Okay? Why should an internet modem get that hot? And I'm not talking of warm. I'm not talking about like a piece of toast you just pulled out of the toaster. I'm talking hot, like when you pick it up, you put it down and you immediately get concerned at how hot it is. It's hot. So I'm definitely gonna order a different modem tomorrow. And I gotta find one that doesn't have a problem with heat, I guess. Ilna Moon, how are you? Or is that Lena Moon? I'm sorry. Is it Ilna or Lena? Man, I can't read that text. I think it's Lena. The text is small on the OBS chat window. I think it's Lena. Oh boy. It for the rancid meat. No, we got 27 pieces over here. New follower, well, welcome. I missed all the excitement earlier when my internet blew up. All right. And it's still raining. Oh my God, Void just powered up. New World. Thatcher said the S34 is 218 on Amazon. WTF? WTF meaning that's cheap or WTF meaning that's expensive? I think I paid $119 for this S33. But again, I don't want an all-in-one. I don't want one with a router. I just want just the modem. For 218, it's probably an all-in-one, Satchel. This was a distance to fly with no stem. Yeah, I don't want one with a Wi-Fi modem. The worst thing you can get into, man, is getting a cable modem that has Wi-Fi built into it. That's some of the crappiest Wi-Fi you'll ever experience. Natural said, check my modem. What are you saying? It's... Oh, is there an issue now? Haven't dropped any pings. Dude, I'm not going to check the motor every time there's a stutter. I didn't drop any pings. Where the hell am I even trying to go? Yeah, I'm not saying this is going to fix it beautifully. I think the modem is overheating, but I think pulling it away from the wall and putting it back on top of the open air cabinet has probably got it cooled down to the point where it's operating. But that absolutely sucks, dude. That's your experience, you know, when 32 people watching you stream and your internet modem takes a shit. What are you saying? It's Blaze and his buddy are still on. I got and lag was not. I don't understand what you're saying. You got on just now and the lag was no good? Like just now? Because there's... everything's looking good right now. Since I started streaming. Oh, you're talking about before when everything was going to shit? Right after the stream? Yeah, I hadn't done anything yet. I hadn't rebooted the modem. It was still sitting on the wall, so I can imagine it was still crap. This has been like a stressful month of streaming. I'm probably going to end up taking some time off. I mean, it's supposed to be enjoyable. It shouldn't be this stressful. Oh, yeah. No, not with you there, buddy. This isn't the place I was looking for them, though. This is over by Green Ob. I know they were here, but this wasn't the area I wanted to deal with them. What I don't know is there other stuff up here, you know? Because this hill isolated? It's not isolated. Other stuff can come down here. I just asked the question if other stuff was over here. The Parasaur comes walking around the corner. Yeah, there's other stuff over here. Level 20 Argy. I'm like, can stuff get up here? I don't know if stuff can get up here. And the Parasaur comes around the corner. He's like, yeah, Cletus, we can get up here. Oi. Oh, there's a level 20 there. And I know that shit for an Argy. I'm gonna end up getting this BT killed. I'm telling you, it's coming. I don't even know where the hell the RG went. Oh, no, 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 no. What the hell are you doing? Oh, kill him and come here. Oh, Lord. Oh, shit. Dumbass, come here. When you put them on passive, it's really stupid that they take themselves off of passive and go back to neutral when you log back in. That's the dumbest shit. Satchel, I was thinking about whistling him passive. But if I did that, and then he landed off the cliff instead of coming back to me, then he would have just sat down there and he would have got beat to death. That was my fear, man. Where are you? On passive, you're not on follow. All right, he's on passive. That could have all gone very, very, very poorly. There's another 20. What was that? I'm fucking lost now. Man, this is gonna go bad. Where the hell is... Over here, right? I got turned around. No. It's up there. I see it. Okay. Yeah, but then you have to land and you have to, that's more of a two-person thing, isn't it? I'm just worried about running and jumping off the cliff by accident. Yeah, see, like around this rock, falling off that cliff, then I'm screwed. Where the hell did he go? He was right here. Rice. Now I need food. Sucks they all moved away. Oh. Where are you running from? It's not good. It's good. Look at that. Now it explains why everybody ran away. Yeah, we're going to have to find us. We're going to leave that pin here, but there was another area we had found. I can remember where it was at, where we found Argy's. It looked like, was that an allosaur that ran up there? It was a metasaurus, that's all I care about. I don't remember where the hell I saw the other group of Argy's at, but definitely we had found another group. Another area. Visiting your base again? No. Right, I think we're gonna have to switch up strategies here, because if we lose this PT, we're screwed. So I think, what do? Do I grab a second PT? Mosh pit as a, yeah, I just can't go that far though, man. If anything happens, I have nothing. You know my luck, something's gonna happen. Dumbass already almost got killed. I mean, if you leave a dinosaur on passive, they should, you know, when you log, whatever you leave them on, they should stay there. Deciding on their own that they're going to go back to aggressive or neutral or whatever the hell it is. Pretty shitty. Are you in there for now? What do you got? Yeah, Jeff, that's what I had thought, bud. And so he's been on passive this whole time, but then I go and I hit a Argy with a trank dart, and what does dumbass do? He's on neutral and he takes off flying and he attacks the Argy. Thank God it was only a low level 20 Argy. The PT would be dead. And I get, oh, you're supposed to check it before you do it. I get that, but when you set it, you assume it's going to stay. All right. Wasn't it straight across from us where we got, I keep thinking, oh, now you got a level. Guess we better put that, we'll put it in wait. So I think, I could have sworn we saw Argy's over here. There's a flock of murder chickens. I don't know why I thought we had saw Argy's back here. We seen them back here. Well, could have sworn that when we were back here after the bear that there were Argy's back here. I thought I remembered pointing it out and saying, look, there's Argy's here. Maybe I'm wrong. Because that place where we have the taming pen now is just freaking death, man. And I know I'm just a wee bit overcautious about it, but like I said, if we lose this PT, major setback. All right, so I guess let's go ahead and focus on getting another PT. I was jumping ahead with the Argies because having these islands, being on these islands, basing here, flyers are going to be too important. All right. Let's go make us some bolos. Let's go eat some stacks of berries. Put some meat in the fridge. Oral says put a bed on a raft and use it as a forward base. Yeah, like I said, I'm not comfortable going that far. There's Argies around here. I don't think I have to go that distance to find them. But for me, the issue is I'm not confident enough to risk the PT getting killed, because we've certainly lost PTs trying to tame Argies. It's going to be a shitty setback if that happens, so that's what I'm trying to avoid. I know you guys that are more experienced players are like, well, this is easy. I get it. For you guys, it's easy. Let's go see what others might be sitting around. All right. Are you level 15? Oh God, no. Yeah, that's what I'm after. Moro is I'm just trying to get one backup PT. Because then if he gets killed, then I can go back. I can go get my shit. I ain't gonna get a level 15 PT. Oh, freaking bees. Naked in the woods, player, no fear. Yeah, I get it. No. Oh, we were going to take that naked. We're going to take that level 15. We're going to bolo him and kill him. So something better spawns in. But he done flown away. You know, flew the coop. He's gone. He's like, Cletus, I'm out. Well, level 15 disappeared and said, well, screw you. You're not interested in me? I'm out. He's like, that's fine. All right, well, that plan B just went out the window, so I guess we're moving on to plan C. You'd see flying. Gonna be the 15. Yep, that's the 15. Okay, so he needs to go to somebody better spawns in. Come on, switch already. Wasting too much time. Oh. All right, so we got rid of him. So we tamed up the PT we have, he was over level 100. I don't remember what he was, but this poor guy's still stuck in there.
He's like, come on, Cletus. Get me out of here.
The more you kill, the higher the dinos spawn. Finally, no, you didn't get loose. It's your friend over there. All right, let's experiment with Plan C for a few minutes. Cementing paste, 300 hide. That no cementing paste for you. Yeah, there's been a couple. It looks like a couple people tried to start on this map. So eventually I'll run into somebody and I'll have to get them to give me a head, getting something teamed up. What do we got? Dire Bear. $29. Been in there long enough. He's not going to get his level bonus. Been in there overnight. He didn't get him. Did he got 1 level? Oh, he got 26 levels. There we go. He got like 40, right? Is this a public server? It's out there, yes. It's... You're at partial health right now. Berries! Getting him some berries. Oh, kill him. What are you doing?
Holy crap! I didn't know they got fiber. Oh my god! Are they any good at wood? No. No good at wood. Wood for you, that's right. Man, I didn't know they were that good for fiber. Meat definitely is a good thing. Put us in positive territory for meats. He needs a couple levels put in melee though. What level is? He's only 55. He's low too. Dudley. Dudley the Dire Bear. You guys got to admit that face. That's a Dudley. Got it. That's a Dudley. Get that, get all the meats. All the fibbers. Alright, it's dark in here, guys. Yum. I had no idea they were good fiber collectors. No idea at all. My previous experience with dire bears, somebody I played with convinced me to, oh, let's get bears, let's get bears. So we spent probably an hour and a half taming up a couple of bears. Probably within 30 minutes, they both got killed. Which is probably part of the reason that I'm so overly cautious in this game, more so than I need to be. I think it's from just all these dinosaurs that people say, oh, that's a good dino, you want that, that's, you know, it's good for this. I've had people say, yeah, let's tame these up, and then we go and do something really stupid because I don't know any better. I'm following this person's lead. We get our ass handed to us, so we lose our dinos after hours of work. So now I'm gun shy about losing that dino. Going back in here. Then that was the little guy. saddle, just a saddle I made. So the standard saddle, nothing, not a saddle from a drop. Put the trank back on there. I see another PT over here. Stalking him. He was over here. We just saw that PT over here, so he's got to be over here some... Oh, there he is. $95. Okay, that's better. Definitely usable. Not great, but better than a 15. There's another one. Oh, 145. That's even better. Come on, BT, you look tired. Come on, you know you're tired. There you go. Come on, you know you want to come in and land. This guy's gonna drive me crazy. All right, he's out. Right, let's go get the narcotics and the meats. Where's he at on the island? Didn't want to play with me, well, he had no choice. He was forced to play. 135. Can find a low level with a baby around. I'll get some prime. Otherwise, we're just gonna do the meats. Oop. Really, the only baby on the island is the 130 Hooper. Closing, I had that ping test going. I think we figured out what was going on. Internet modem. Isn't that freaking wonderful? Pretty safe, but yeah, I mean, since I started the stream, once I addressed that, what I found with the modem, it's been perfectly fine. I think that was it. I think the damn internet modem was overheating. I was blaming Spectrum. Sorry, Spectrum. Now I have to go find another brand of modem that's on the hardware compatibility list, one that doesn't have overheating problems. Order that one, baby this one until that gets here, pack this one back up and send it back. Then I have to call Spectrum in between and get them to deactivate this modem and activate the new one. Throw a t-shirt? Nope, it was So I explained it earlier. The S33, the Aris S33, is it's an awkward shaped modem. So Aris sells a wall mount for it. So I don't like having hardware sitting on top of my cabinets and stuff. So I bought the wall mount and I mounted it on the wall behind the cabinet. Been on there for 2 days now, and today when the internet went shit, I went to reboot the modem, and when I took it out of the wall mount, the damn thing was like baking hot. So I looked it up, and the S33 has a heat problem. So I'm not gonna modify it or do anything to baby it. I'm gonna get rid of it and replace it with something that is not gonna cause these kinds of issues. Because fuck that. This mutation on this thing is he's vampiric. Modems aren't tied to the PC, but they have MAC addresses. That's how the carrier activates your modem, by the MAC address. So when you buy a cable modem, instead of the carrier providing you one, you have to call their support and activate the modem by giving them the MAC address. And then there's the modem has to be set to factory defaults, because there's two sides to a cable modem. There's the administrative side and there's the configuration side. I'm sorry, carrier side and administrative side. The carrier side, they take control of, and you can't log into it. You can log into the admin side to do stuff, but the carrier side of it is a separate password, and once you put it on their network, they lock you out of it to keep their network secure, which is fine. But they do all of that by MAC address. All right, well, his taming effectiveness is 82%, so it's kind of weird. I guess if you just give him normal meat, or maybe I don't know if he had damage. I don't know what the hell's wrong with him. I'm not going to bitch about it. The spare PT. Hit it when I chopped it. I don't think I was anywhere near it, was I? I don't think I hit it. Do. Yeah, this has been maybe this past month of streaming, it's been a shit show. Technical problem after technical problem, issue after issue. It's like after all these issues tonight, go back to configure OBS to go back to using Streamlabs, and stream comes up perfectly. So where I was having all these Streamlab issues, now suddenly Streamlabs. So I'm just like, oh my god. Because I had sent a ticket to them, but they never acknowledged it, never contacted me, never said a word. So I don't even know if they're working the ticket. At least I ain't bored. Oh, I'm not bored. Frustrated's probably the better word for it. And honestly, I feel the modem was the issue. Not for Streamlabs, but yeah, the thought crossed my mind, but I feel worse for you guys. I mean, for the viewers, like nobody wants to spend their time sitting down to watch somebody stream, for the stream to be riddled with issues, and then you know it's a pisser for you guys too. It ruins your night as well as it does mine. Like I said earlier, this shit's not supposed to be this complicated. With my IT background, it helps. That's the only thing that's keeping me sane, Mark, is that I know it comes out sounding self-absorbed. I don't mean it to, but that's the only thing keeping me sane is the fact that I know what I'm doing. If I didn't have my background, I would, well, I don't have any hair, but I'd be pulling out my eyebrows. I don't know. That's why when I call in and there's a problem and they're like, well, what we were going to do is we're going to walk you through rebooting. Already did it. You already reboot? Yep, already did it. I'm like, well, but there's a certain way we want to reboot it. Already did it. You know. And so why that PT's taming up, we're just continuing to work on the base. Building stuff. We'll go over and give him some more narcotics here in a minute. Oh yeah, it's the same way, man. It's like I did this stuff. I was in IT for 30 years. I spent a good portion of that, a major portion of that, building network systems for global corporations. So stuff should not be like I said earlier, it's not like this stuff is new technology where there's bugs to work out. None of this stuff should be happening. And a residential class modem that overheats like a car engine. No, no, it shouldn't be happening. So now after stream tonight, I get to go sit up and look for a modem that doesn't have any overheating problems. Yeah, networking was your stake. Yeah, I worked probably about in my 30 years. I worked at IBM. Cisco engineer, CCNA, CCSP, CCNP. That's all I did was building data center networks and secure networks for Fortune 500 companies. The other 20, I worked for smaller companies, you know, legal firms, banks, just throughout my career. This is in-house, but for IBM, I was a consultant. They would send me out to their customers to do work. Level 100, huh? Yeah. It's tempting, buddy. And it's funny, when I worked at IBM, the last year and a half I worked there, IBM was losing they were losing the network battle, so people weren't hiring them to build data centers anymore. And so they were trying to forcefully retrain a lot of their staff. And I led Cisco for 20 years of my career. IBM's like, well, we want to retrain you guys. We want to send you to Linux classes, and we want to teach, we want to get you certified in Docker and essentially building virtual systems. Man, I stomped my feet. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. Absolutely not. I'm not I spent 30 years building my career. I'm not doing this. So I ended up leaving IBM and retiring from IT. Now what am I doing? I'm building all of my Linux systems in virtual environments on Docker. I had to learn on my own. I just shut up and went into the classes that they wanted to send me to. Oh well. CCNE, the historical Cisco, yeah, CCNE, yeah. Yeah, I did CCNA, then I went to CCNP, CCNE, then CCNP, then CCSP. I really didn't have any interest in the hell was CC, what the hell was the next after CCNP was the big one everybody wanted to be. I don't remember what it was, CCSE or some shit, I don't remember. I didn't do that. I didn't think it was worthwhile with the time that you had to invest in it. I don't even remember what the hell it was called now. That's called a Godsmack, yeah. Yeah, Cisco. I mean, they were the guys. They were the people. That's where you wanted to dedicate your career. That's trying. Oh, you're trying to get a theory. You gonna bring me one? You gonna put in a little box with a little red bow on it? That'd be great, man. Yeah, Cisco was the, that's where you wanted to invest your time. That's where you wanted to go. It's expensive, but man, it paid well. Cisco got the ass, and they started, they knew they were the biggest game in town, and they really started overpricing their hardware, and everything was gobs of money. And they made the classic mistake of thinking they were untouchable. And they had their entire workforce under what the hell is it called? I'm having a brain fart right now. Non-disclosures, but non-competes and something else. So essentially, nobody could do anything with their technology, their developers and stuff. Well, they grew themselves too big, and then when the market had an issue, they contracted and they fired a bunch of people. Well, when they fired all these people, it essentially nullified their non-competes and everything, and a bunch of these engineers went and started a competing company. And they really started competing with Cisco. And then another competing company popped up, and all these new networking companies you see, like Ubiquity and stuff, they're all ex-Cisco engineers. And they basically started taking Cisco's methodologies and starting new companies with selling cheaper hardware. And as I left the field, retired from IT, Cisco was struggling to find their footing. They were in trouble. So I don't know how they ever did. Many went open source yet. Yep. You okay down there? So yeah, that's why when I do this stuff, setting up the servers and all this other stuff, I'm doing it to have fun. I still love the technology, but all this stuff pretty much comes easy to me. Used to to build Python templating apps. It did remote provisioning, etc. Now it comes out of the box. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't do Python, but yeah, scripting. I mean, I remember a company I worked for had some crappy little firewall they used. And the guy who set the firewall up got fired. When I started, he was still there. And when I started fixing stuff on the network, they had all kinds of problems. That's why they hired me. So as I started fixing stuff, it started shining a light. I mean, I wasn't doing it to get the guy in trouble. It just started shining a light on the stuff he had done at this company, and the stuff he implemented was just like trash. So eventually, you know, he had been there for I don't know how long, and they bring me in. Every time I would create some part of the network, the network would get so much better, and users were saying how much faster it was, how much more productive it was. And I had no idea that this guy had been building this stuff. And as I was having meetings with my manager and explaining what I was doing, and you know, I'm getting meetings. I'm being put into the CIO's office and explaining stuff that I'm doing, and he's sitting back in his chair and with his arms crossed. And he'd ask me a couple questions, and I started getting really nervous. And I'm like, I went to my boss and I'm like, you know, am I getting myself in trouble here? He's like, no, you're getting somebody else in trouble. And I'm like, what? And then he explained that they had hired this guy, and he did all this shit, and it's all done wrong, and they had paid him a lot of money, so they ended up canning him. He was the one that brought in these firewalls, so when they canned him, he left with the firewall passwords, and he refused to turn them over. And they were preparing to take him to court and everything. And I just told the boss, I said, well, what are you guys going to pay lawyers to sue this guy? I said, because we can take that money and, you know, in about an hour, I can have new firewalls set up. So that's what we did. And I built 2 Linux boxes, and installed a couple of firewalls on them, and they were happy as shit. That's all I know. It's a long-winded story. Sorry. I said again, the networking was Lantastic before IP. Yep, Lantastic came out, then ThinNet, then ThickNet, then Ethernet came out. Ethernet was slow. Yeah. I came in just after Lantastic and started on ThickNet and ThinNet, and then eventually moved to Ethernet. We need some wood, right? We need to get a fire started in here. It's dark. Dark in here, homie. People can't see. Sorry, I know you guys are, probably 90% of you are bored to death by this conversation. I'm sorry. Nobody wants to hear all this technical BS. Yeah, I remember, man, that same company, I got somebody else fired. It wasn't on purpose, but they hired this lady to be the Windows administrator. And she went to some classes and got certified as a Windows administrator, whatever that certification is. And oh my God, they had so many problems out of the Windows side of the house. And I wasn't involved in her hiring. But every time she would have a problem on the Windows side, she blamed the network. So I would get pulled into somebody's office. And this lady's name was Liza. Liza said that there's a problem on the network and this is what's causing it. I'm like, no. This is all Windows networking. This is all application level stuff. And I would have to prove that it wasn't my issue. Eventually they got tired of it and they canned her. I remember they brought me in and made me sit across the table. MCSE, yep. They made me sit across the table as they were firing her. And I will never forget this. When they told her they were letting her go. Do you guys remember the episode of what the hell is that? Al Bundy, what was that show? What's the name of that show? Al Bundy. What the hell was it? You guys know what I'm talking about, though. You remember Marcy? And you remember Al accusing her of being a chicken, and she would bob her head and go, I am not a chicken. You guys remember that? Married with Children. You remember how she would bob her head like a chicken? This chick named Liza sat across from me, or I was across from her as she was being fired, and she looked at me, and she did that chicken thing, and she says, now look what you've done. Now my husband's going to beat me. And my jaw hit the floor, and the CIO and the manager stood up and told her to leave the room, told her to get her shit and get out, because she had just accused me of she was going to get beat now because of me. And she bobbed her head like Marcy did. And she goes, now look what you did. Now my husband's going to beat me. And I was stunned. It had nothing to do with her being fired. I don't know why they made me sit in the room. I don't know if I was just there for a witness for HR. I don't know. I didn't say a word. I just sat across the table. It was uncomfortable as shit. I didn't want to be in there. But I remember it. I will never forget that, man. The look on her face when she looked at me and told me I was going to be responsible for her being beat by her husband and getting fired. I was just, oh my God. We got to go get him some narcotics. But I remember her bobbing her head like Marcy did with the chicken thing. I am not a chicken. But I remember when she got canned, they pulled me into a meeting with pulled me into the CIO's office and said, Can you admin the Windows servers? And I said, no, I'm not a Windows admin. I don't know jack about it. I don't want to know about it. I'm too busy. And they said, okay, so what are we supposed to do? And I said, well, we need to find us a good Windows admin. So they asked me to end up getting promoted and became a manager of a department there. But they had me start interviewing and find an MCSC. They had me find a certified Windows professional. And it took me like 2 days. And I remember I got a guy in there. His name was Jeff. And he knew what he was doing. I remember he sat down in his first meeting. It was me, him, the CIO, and our manager, Jeff and I's manager. And they asked him, okay, well, you've been here for for 2 days, and you've had a chance to look through everything. And he said, "Who set all this up?" And it was Liza. And they said, "Well, we just want to know what we need to do to fix it." He said, "This is a mess." He's like, "This is going to take a lot of work." And I don't think he realized how bad it was when he hired in. But he got it all fixed. He was good. He knew what the hell he was doing. All right, so we're waiting on the PT to finish getting there. We gathered some more stone. I think we hauled it all in, right? We needed more wood, I believe. Let me go out to get wood. We got some wood. We need more wood. Moral said, "Wow." Yeah. Satchel said, "Wow." IT's weird, man. If you've never worked in IT, it's an eclectic bunch of people because we're all nerds. I mean, into when you go into that deep of a level of IT, it's not like, I'm not insulting anybody who worked on a help desk. Just about everybody starts at a help desk. But like the first level call folks at a help desk aren't really IT. Yeah, they have some technical skills, but they're more administrators, if anything. And most of them are desktop administrators. When you get past that level and you actually get into the networking or the server folks or the deep application folks like database admins, we're all nerds. Every one of us is a freaking nerd. The very definition of it. He said, "I couldn't figure out why my boxes wouldn't hold but one thing to find out they were more for deco." What are you talking about? What? You mean deco boxes for, oh, for in ARK? Moro said, "Oh, he's making stuff." He's like, "Yeah, I'm making progress here, buddy." He's like a caveman. He's like, "Oh, box, hold stuff." He made it. He's like, "Oh, box, no hold stuff. No fit box." Fucking he's the caveman. Why no fit box? Yeah, box are good. We throw box dino. That's bad, man. Poor Ease. People giving him shit. He's trying to learn how to play the game. And he's like me, where you pull the shit out from under you. Yeah. Yeah, the targeting system. Yeah, when you look at this one and you pick it up and it's the one you're standing on. I can't tell you how many times I've fallen off a cliff trying to build platforms. You're standing out there and you're thinking, oh, okay, I'm going to pick this piece up, and you pull the one under you. Saving, then we go 1, 2, 3. Oh, get up there. Water. 5, 6. 7, 8, 9. Come on, get up there. Making me do this over. All right, we got another pterodon. Renodon. Thank you, thank you. First of all, you're going to become passive, okay? Passive flee, just passive. Now you're going to follow me. Make sure it was male. No, I didn't. Looks like it's a male. Why am I... was I stuck there? That was weird. He's lapping me, man. It's 201, you're 207. It's female. That's a male. But what, vampiric, is that a bad trait? I don't want to... Vampiric is good. Right, I will take your word for it. Now we must make the PT sample. 75 keratin, 230 hide. Fiber. Fiber. More fiber in our diet. All right. Commence breeding. Yeah, but then that means I have to... One level. He's got shit for weight carrying capacity. He's got crap for weight carrying capacity. Alright, to tell you what, I'm going to introduce the two of you. Fortunately, we don't have a private room available, so you're just going to have to do the nasty outer rim pocket. We're looking. Where's the saddle of shame? Yes. You finished? But, did I go get some stuff to do more of the shilling? More the shilling. $1,500 stam is a great working stam, aka fly most of the map. Jeff's telling slander and lies. We're about 8 or 9 subs short of our 600 goals, so 27 viewers we have watching. Aren't there a few of you that would take pity on my poor soul? Help me achieve our subscription goal. I know. There's an egg. Pick it up. Yay, we got an egg. Oh, think we... I'm not gonna worry about hatching that right now. We're gonna... I don't remember how often they... Ready to mate in 9 hours. $500 stam, roughly $450. Running default rates and everything? No. 3 times. Roughly 3 times. I don't do the Insta anything servers. That's one reason people get pissed at me and don't want to play in the cluster, is because they want damn near Insta, and I'm not playing that one. I ain't gonna do Insta anything. You know, most of the settings are 3 times rates. Mirror as close to a 3 times server as I could possibly get. All right, so we got some of those. Let's see if we can get the ceiling together over here. You're still stuck on our... I guess I'm going to have to cut that tree to let you out, because being stuck there is really kind of annoying. Oy, oy, oy. Oh, it's going to let me put that there? That used to not work. Right. Base defense and berry getter. Yeah, don't need to roll a base defense for anything in this island. And there's several stegos around, so if I hit it, I have a bunch of stegos rampaging me. I'm just getting tired of it being stuck there. It looks so freaking pitiful. He's been wedged under there the entire night. You're welcome. Hey, don't say anything, grateful bastard. Yeah, Jeff, not talking about you, bud. Yes, and we got the faster imprinting done. It's like now, I don't remember what it was when the last time we played. It was like 2 imprints to get to, 2 or 3 depending on the dyno, to get to 100%. So we got it. Like when I was imprinting the baby Carno, we were getting 33%. Now I won't get 100% from him because he just was one I picked up, and we'll get to 66%. But we got it adjusted to where you can get to 100% imprinting now. It's just not. Some people wanted 1 imprint and you're at 100%. I said I'm not doing that. And People got mad. I honestly could never understand why people would get mad at the settings. And they would always say, well, I'm on official. Okay, well, official's not instant. Official's not. So you're playing there, but you're bitching here. So, you know, then go back to official, where it's nowhere near what you think it is. Go ahead. All right, so... Oi! Get away from the base! Damn Brontos. I sound like one of those old guys live in your street. Keep your kids off my lawn. I just seeded that. Goddamn kids. Dr. Doomsday Zero, the only thing I have super boosted on my cluster is breeding. I like to stack mutations and make cool colors, so it's just better for me. Otherwise, it's like 3, yeah. And that's... I don't have breeding super boosted, but I think if Satchel's still around, I think he can attest to it. I think we have it at a fun level where it's not instant, but you can get a baby raised in one day. It's not hard. I mean, I've logged off and come back in 2 days, and Satchel's got, you know, 15 dinos lined up, so... Ooh. But the difference, I guess... Also, I mean, I'm not just being a jerk for the sake of being a jerk and saying no. I want to experience the game more like it's intended to be experienced, but I know people who have thousands of hours in ARK and who've been there, done that. They're like, okay, well, I don't want to have that experience anymore. I've been there and done that, and I just want to get shit done. So that's the difference. And if you guys have been around the stream for a while, you've heard me talk about that's been my downfall in multiplayer servers, is when I would play with people who had already had experience in the game. I just ended up following them around, and they would do all this stuff, and they would tell me to go do something, but I would not understand why. It's like today when I found out that the dire bear was fantastic at harvesting fiber. Never knew that. And the several times that I've been with people that had dire bears, they gave me dire bears to use. We went out and used dire bears extensively. No one ever told me, yeah, they're really good at fiber. They just said, here, go fight on this. So it ended up being that there was so much that I was missing out on. So when I started playing, I didn't set it at default settings. Default settings are insanity. I set it to a point where it still takes me time to do stuff, but not too much time. Gigantopithecus. Gigantopithecus, that's the Bigfoot, right? Or am I thinking of the wrong dino? I think it was the last series Satchel and I were on when I tamed up the Bigfoot. We were laughing out when he was throwing us out in the pond. You remember that, Satchel? Throwing us into the bay. We didn't have anything to worry about because we had dino suck ass. He was out there and he would slaughter everything in the bay. Level 245 Dino Suches. I called him Dino Suck Ass. Freaking Croc ate everything, man. Yeah, see, Dr. Doomsday, I've had people tell me, well, you're not really experiencing ARK unless you're playing with PvP. And I've heard people tell me how bad PvP is and how toxic it is, and I've had people tell me how much fun ARK PvP is. And I watched a couple people, like, I used to watch Faceless Gaming, who was really into ARK. And he played on PvP servers. He made it look fun. But my problem is, number one, I suck at PvP. I've said that a million times on stream. And two is, if I tried to stream anything PvP related, everybody would log on the server just to fuck with my base and just to kill my dinos. And so it's like, what's the point, you know? People aren't going to let me have a good experience. They're just going to be jerks about it. I've already, it's PvE, and we've had people log onto the cluster just to steal our stuff and just to cause problems. It's the same with Rust. Like, I'm not good at Rust. I like Rust. Rust is a fun game, and they've added a lot of stuff to the game that sounds fun as hell. But it would be impossible for me to stream Rust. While the typical people that watch my streams would probably be okay. Anybody new that stumbled across me would immediately cause problems. Set up a Rust server. Yeah, dude, I've set up Rust servers before. I've hosted them. I've set them up. It's not setting them up. That's not the issue. It's couldn't play on it. I couldn't stream it. I told you guys before I'd set up Rust servers if you guys wanted them. Oh, Kramer, sorry I didn't see your message. It scrolled up. You said, I play PvP because it adds a spicy level of constant danger. The PvE lets you live in the most lovely base spots and build cool-looking houses. I love the A-frame, by the way. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna... I'm going back to my old castle-looking stone design over there. I started building this A-frame. I think what I'm going to do anything I build in ARK, no matter what game I'm building in, it's the same premise with 7 days. I build shit just off the cuff. I never used canned designs for anything. So I came up with this. So this, I think, is going to be the main crafting area. Second floor of this, I think, I'm going to set up as an aviary for birds. This is more like the electrical room. I don't know what else I'll put in here, but it was just to keep this shit out of here so I can do most of the crafting stuff over there. I think I'm going to expand this way, possibly, and reincorporate the A-frame back into it over here somehow. Yeah, I'm still working on it. Mark said it isn't Rust PvE. Yeah, no. A Rust PvE is kind of a joke. I mean, you have to use a bunch of mods and there really isn't much to do. It's more for people that want to learn Rust mechanics, electricity, vehicles, all that stuff without getting raided. But yeah, you ain't played Rust until you played PvP in Rust. All right, what do you got? I'm going to give you 2 levels of stamina. You're welcome. We got Cletus clobbered earlier. Say, oh yeah, when you get the surprise baryonyx, yeah, those guys are lovely. They're loads of fun. What do we need? 7 of them. All right, see if that's enough stuff to get us finished. I'm just randomly crafting pieces. I'm not going over and counting them or anything. Oh, airdrop. Not already? It is not. It's going to be purplicious. Poof. Stream seems to be better. Yeah, it was because it was the modem issue. Like I said, when I decided, okay, well, I'm going to reboot the modem and see if that fixes it. And I was custom Spectrum, and I was mad. I picked that modem up, and I was like, holy crap, is this hot? I was shocked. Then I started looking, and I'm like, oh my god. The modem's overheating. Harold, the modem's overheating. Oh my god. Okay, now we have this done. Now we must do what? Anybody know if yeelings spawn on Val? I have no idea. I'm still trying to find a theory. Been told it's on the furthest reaches of the map. Seriously? Freaking purple airdrop, and that's what you give me? Got shafted. Yeah. All right, goodie bag. That was a crappy goodie bag. Don't goodie bag that. That was a baddie bag. Wanted these. We wanted these. Take this. Let's get rid of this. Mark, does your wife use it for Netflix when you stream? If you're talking to me, Mark, not really Netflix. She'll watch. She'll stream. You know, she'll stream shows and stuff. Probably the first part of the stream, maybe the first hour, hour and a half. But she's in bed. 9 o'clock. Gets up earlier than me. Ooh. Excuse me, she gets up earlier and she goes to bed way before me. Can you, like, get out of the way, man? Alright, that ain't gonna work. We gotta go make a couple of more pieces. Have to go make us a couple more pieces. Damn, 6 levels? Uh... Let's go to... I guess that works. CJ, did you ever make a megalopolis on Sim City? No, I played Sim City before, but no, I never made like a mega base. We got to do something about all these guys, man. What level are these? $90. 20. 20, I think we can do something about. I don't know if I think the bear can take out the 20. I don't know if he's going to be able to take out a 90 though. Guys, think you think the bear's going to be able to do anything? Level 55 bear. Oh, he's got. What did he get? One more level? Well, I'm just wondering if he can take out a level 20 Bronto. Now I gotta wait for him to heal up a little bit. See if we can take out a couple smaller things to try and get him another level. The little stuff go. Oh, not Pterodon, no. Oh, everybody's getting in and now. Everybody's getting in and now. You guys think you're big shit now, huh? A street gang of cripples. level's this guy? Level 50. Trying to get something for some quick XP to get him another level in melee, but I want to get him killed. Oh, I pissed that guy off. That wasn't intended. Now come get my body. Right, well. There ain't much here to kill. And poop. Doomsday, I've only been getting level 20s. What level are you? I mean, you're over here smashing around. You got all these guys around you.
Screw it.
Right, well, he had a little big old baby with him. I don't know where he ran off to. I don't know if I even want to raise a stego. They're so slow. He waving. Like a trained circus bear. The kind that turn on you and rip your face off. How bad is the bear? The bear is... You lost 250 HP. Give him these to eat. Take those stacks of meat. Take that. Take that. We'll jettison all this. Put Dudley back up. We were just trying to thin some of the dinos over here. I don't think it would have went well with the I don't know what the hell I'm trying to say. It wouldn't have went well with the Brontos. Because they're so close together, I couldn't get them. You hit one, you'd have been fighting both of them. Fought the Stego by itself. You got a level? You guys got in a fight over here. You were all happy. Level. Spendable Fred was in that ruckus. Fred said, yes, I was. Fred's like, let me at him, let me at him. I'm expendable. Holy ham, yes, it's our girl, sir. Yes, it is. Man, it's so dark in here. Police can't see nothing. Nuffin. I can't see nothing. Moving everybody close to the shore so they can have access to the food trough, and the baryonyx that spawns in can come up and kill them all. Do they have night vision in ARK? I think they do, yeah. I think there's night vision glasses, goggles, whatever. Oy. Right. Oy. All right, so I think we're probably going to go and wrap it up here tonight. It's going to 1 a.m. We got about an hour in the original stream, and now we got 3 hours in this one since we figured out what was going on with the internet. Put everybody to beddy bye. Oh, thanks for subbing, man. Appreciate it. I think we're going to go and wrap stuff up tonight here. And I will be back tomorrow night and we'll pick up where we left off. We'll get back on track with what we tried to do tonight. See if we can get an Argy. I don't know. We might try and get another bear now that we know how useful they are. We'll figure it out tomorrow. We'll keep working on the base, get everything moved over, see if we can do that tomorrow. But thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Thanks for hanging in there while we had the internet issue, but I think we got that fixed. We'll just have to figure out how to address it. But, until then, you guys have a fantastic evening. Have a good day tomorrow on your Tuesday, and I will see you all next time. Bye.